Hey Hooper, it's Deanne Love here, and we are in part 3 of creating combos using the combo cards created by Anna, hooptherapist.com, who is a hoop love coach. If you want to be a hoop love coach, go to hooplovecoaching.com. Otherwise, check out all of the links below on how you can grab these cards as well, because they're awesome for creating combos, and that's exactly what we are doing. Check out tutorial 1 and 2 as well. What I do is I pick 5 cards and then I lay them all out. We break down those tricks and then we put them together intuitively, and then the extra creative process comes about when you then take those 5 tricks and turn them into your own combo. And leave me that new combo down below in the comments. Are you ready? This week what we are doing is a barrel roll, behind the back, a break, a roll, and a step through. Grab your hoop, let's get moving. Okay, so just like the other 2 weeks, I am just going to take each of these as they are and do what I think this trick is. And because there are a few variations, for example, a barrel roll could be an off-body barrel roll or it could be an on-body barrel roll. And then I'm going to create a transition that seems like it is a beautiful way to flow into the next one. You can create your own variations as well if you know a variation of each of these tricks. So let's start with a barrel roll. I'm going to do an off-body isolation barrel roll. If you want to start with an advanced challenge, you can do an on-body barrel roll, and I want you to check out my barrel roll tutorial that I did a couple of weeks ago to help you to get into that movement, because this is a barrel roll and also this is a barrel roll. This is an isolation barrel roll, and that's what we're going to start with. I'm using a 90 centimeter Poly Pro hoop. You can use any size hoop you like. These are all off body, so awesome. All right, so let's start with our hands on the inside, palms facing out, thumbs down. What I'm going to do is cross one leg over the other. If I'm driving my right hand down, then I'm going to cross my right leg over the front of my left. If I'm driving my left hand down, then I'm going to cross my left leg over my right. Whoo! Lucky hooping makes your brain clever. Okay, so what's going to happen is I cross my right leg in front and I drive my right hand down to my right hip. Then I turn a half circle. Now my thumbs are up, and then you can step around again and pivot on those feet and bring the hoop in front. That was not a neat plane. And by neat plane, I mean that imagine that you have a wall in front of you and your hoop is going to stay neatly between you and the wall. In fact, the wall is so close that your hoop can't pivot or go out of plane. It's going to stay very, 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 very neat the whole time. Because you may not have a wall in front of you, another way that you can do a really precise and neat isolation barrel roll, which is this one, is to glide the hoop across your hip, your butt, your hip, and the front of your pelvis. And that's going to keep you from doing this, which is like a different move altogether. So if you want it nice and neat, you can also play with the variation of your pace. You can go really slow and smooth, or you can go nice and fast, making sure that you're warmed up, of course. So having a little play with that, seeing which direction feels good for you, because that is our barrel roll, which is number 1. Now we're going to go behind the back. This is a really open trick. Behind the back could mean anything. You could do passing behind the back. You could do a mandala behind the back if that's something that you want to do when you do your own. You could do an elbow pass or a throw behind the back. You could go behind the back and onto the body. But we're just going to do a behind the back break. I'm doing 2 tricks in one, and that's totally okay, because remember there's so many variations to these combinations, because the next one is behind the back and then a break. And so you can just like come up, just flow, just create very easily. So isolation barrel roll, then I'm going to spin in the front and go behind the back break. I think years ago I did a tutorial on this. Then I'm going to do an extra break just to give it a little bit more oomph. I'm going to spin the hoop back towards me and break to the sky. You might not be able to do this if you have low ceilings. So what it looks like, so I've actually done the behind the back and the break, right? Isolation barrel roll, I'll break it down for you. Spin out to the side, squeeze, step, break, and I create this shape. Then thumb, forefinger, spin back towards, squeeze and break. Okay, so I'm just creating shapes. Break, break. I'll show you how it's done. So after I do my isolation barrel roll, my hoop will be in the front. I'm going to use my right hand because that is dominant. So my hand is on the inside. I'm going to spin the hoop out to the right. To take it behind my back, so from the front plane to the back plane, I'm going to squeeze my hoop. My thumb is up, and I go from the front to the back by swinging it down behind me. I'm going to take my right leg back. I'm going to look at my right heel and push the hoop behind me to create this amazingness. Now my thumb is on the inside of my hoop. As I come back to a center position, I spin thumb, forefinger. The hoop is spinning towards me. I'm going to squeeze when I go to my fullest extension. So I make my arm go up and squeeze. The hoop drops behind me. So again, try this with me. Isolation barrel roll, and then spin out. Squeeze behind the back, swing, thumb, forefinger spin towards me, extension to the sky, and break. One more time. Isolation barrel roll, spin out, squeeze, swing, thumb, forefinger spin, extend, stop. Okay. How's that feeling? Now we need to transition into a roll. A roll. There are many variations of body rolls. I want you to check some of my tutorials if you want to practice them. Practice the trick first, break it down, feel it in your body. But we are going to do a hand-to-hand body roll because we are amazing. I have 1 or 2 tutorials on my troubleshooting, what not to do and what to do to make your body rolls roll. Okay, one of those things is to make sure that your arms are nice and long. The other thing is to make sure that you watch your hoop as it goes by you. And the other thing is to make sure that you do not bend your elbows. So, but how do we get from here to here? Again, the thumb, forefinger transition is your friend. I'm going to leave links below because a lot of these off-body transitions and flows, you're going to manipulate from outside grip to inside grip to outside grip. And your thumb, aren't we humans amazing? We were born with thumbs so that we can hoop. Your thumb is your best friend. Okay, so we spun towards the body, we reach high and squeeze. So you'll notice that my wrist is facing forward, my hoop is down, and what I want to do is I need to bring the hoop to the front plane. My knuckles are up and out. It's like my hand is on top right here. And from here, going to spin the hoop once and out to the right side. Thumb, forefingers go in, and now I'm ready for a barrel roll. A body roll. Okay, are you ready? So, spin to the sky, squeeze, hinge over in front. I'm not letting go. Over in front, and then thumb, forefingers, I let go, and I'm ready. So, from here, it's like I weave over in front, thumb, forefingers go in. When I say thumb, forefingers, what I'm saying is the hoop rotates around my thumb. I push my forefingers onto the inside circle. So, thumb, forefingers. Thumb, forefingers. So what I'm doing is replacing. My thumb will be in, my forefingers will be in. And some people just naturally feel like they do that without trying to think it through, and others like to bring their forefingers to their thumb and replace it. So thumb, forefingers, thumb, forefingers, thumb, forefingers. Cool? So weave, thumb, forefingers. Now let's body roll. So the body roll. Take a nice deep breath, open the arms. You are going to roll the hoop so that it hits the top of your inner forearm. Open the chest, create a nice straight line all the way out to the other hand. Take a big deep breath and roll, catch. How did you go? It's okay if you need to practice that quite a few times. Again, have a look at those tutorials on body rolls, but one of the biggest disasters that I used to make when I was trying to do body rolls is I thought that I had to throw it really, really hard. You don't have to throw it hard. Find your beautiful, perfect momentum. That actually, where it bounced, was just slightly too soft. And if it's too hard, it will like push in and it will feel really scary. So breathe, open up, roll, watch your hoop. Yes. Okay, now we have to do a step through. So I'm going to think this one through. Body storming. So I roll, and then from here, I'm going to, it depends on how you catch it, I'm going to hinge it around the back and step through. Haha. All right, so the way that I did that, I'll show you from this side. So I roll across, and I catch. I'm like, this is kind of awkward. What should I do? Let the hoop's momentum drop, hinge it around the back, drop it forward, step, step. That's a step through, right? Yes, it is. You, in all of your cleverness, might have a different kind of step through that you want to do, and you want to kind of body storm. All right, are we ready? Barrel roll, behind the back, break, roll, step through. This is what my variation of combo looks like. And then, you know what you need to do for your homework is practice mine. Let it flow through your body. Let it feel amazing. And then give me your combo. Your 5 tricks is going to be a different combo to mine. If there's any cool transitions, leave them down below as well in the comments. We're going to have so many combos. Yes. All right. So barrel roll. Behind the back. Wait, barrel. See, this is exactly the process. I really want you to understand that we go through this kind of thinking. Sometimes you just bam, 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 pick up the hoop and really cool stuff comes out. But other times we're trying to break it down and think about it. So that's why these cards are really cool. Barrel roll. Behind the back, thumb, forefinger, break at the top, hinge to the front, no, weave to the front, thumb, forefinger, open and extend, behind, step through. Again, isolation barrel roll, spin, break behind, thumb, forefinger, break, weave, thumb, forefinger, roll, step through. So see how you can start to flow from one to the next, and you don't. And you might not do that in 3 goes. You might take 10, might take 20 goes to start to feel like those moves just flow together. And you can play with that and play with your pace and play with your combinations. Don't forget to leave me your unique combination with these 5 tricks below. Big hoop love from me to you. Mwah.